we interact with as you. But I'm here today to talk about a project we've been doing. This will be our 5th year, and we really feel like this is scalable, that other colleges and universities could adopt it, and we've decided to share it. And we've called it the voting experience. So the history and challenge of the project, we had our first crop of Democracy Fellows 5 years ago, and the charge was to create a legacy project, something they could leave behind, but the classes that come after them could build on. And the criteria, what do our students need? We did a number of listening projects around the campus, and we had all kinds of ideas, TED Talks, art installations. And then we had one of our directors who was first in family and first in country to vote, share a story about how she thought she was going to be arrested if she voted incorrectly. And we realized that one of the gaps that we could fill is being the education part, just what we do with everything else, but being the person that walks a student through the voting experience. So that became our goal. So we've created an annual pop-up voting event. Think of like a pop-up shop, but for voting. And it's for students by students. Plus we engage a lot of campus and community friends. It guides students through every aspect of voting. And as we've had to discover, and I'm sure all of you have too, it works in person, virtual, or as a hybrid. So if you think of voting as a companion sport, which I do, I think someone needs to coach you into it. The voting experience serves that role as coach. So we cover 5 core voting topics in every event. They happen to match up nicely with National Voter Education Week. That was a nice synergy because we started this before we knew about National Voter Education Week, but now we can promote the work that we do on each of those days. We incorporate civic holidays. The voting experience launches on Constitution Day every year and tries to wrap up by National Voter Registration Day. That's a challenge this year because they moved National Voter Registration Day a week earlier for very good reason, but we'll probably have to go a little bit beyond those boundaries. And then each year, in addition to the 5 core topics, we invite this year's class of fellows, what we call +1s. What will you add to the party? And it's their choice, what they want to do. So these are the 5 core event stations. I'm sure you'll recognize those. So it's how to register, how to vote. In that one, we can incorporate vote early day, how to track your ballot, how to research a ballot from home. We did it'll be coming up in the presentation. We did a whole fun social media campaign. Did you know you can vote from home in your PJs? That went over well with our students. How to make a voting plan, because we know from our research that people are 19% more likely to vote if they actually have a plan. And then literally how to vote. The Board of Elections brings out booth. They bring out something they call ice cream ballots. So it's very non-intimidating. You're voting on your favorite ice cream, your favorite sports, your favorite movie. You can't do that wrong. So it's learning how to literally fill that in and to be in the voting experience. So some of the +1s that I really like that we have an ongoing series called When a Few Votes Made a Difference. We connect a student with an elected official who was won by less than 10 votes in one of their elections. 2 really good recent examples. A couple years ago, our now Congresswoman was one of those people that was interviewed. In her first election, she won by 7 votes. Also, one of our council people won by less than 5. We've had students create spoken word pieces, songs, things like that. And then we do fun social media clips because the videos themselves can be up to 3 minutes, which is a long watch, but it's okay if it's in a classroom setting. But we use shorter snippets to draw them in. So putting it in motion. Years 1 and 2, we were able to be in person. The 5 stations we did at 4 campuses. We have 4 major campuses, 14 sites total. We spent 2 days per campus. So we did like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, so we could capture the alternate day students. So the Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday students. Year 1, we had just over 600 stops, which was amazing. We never did something like this. Year 2, it went to 1,300 plus, which was fun. You see our mascot was there to help introduce it. So that was fun. So we're Tri-C. Our mascot is a triceratops. So that works on a number of levels. And the 63, we were formed in 1963. This is one of those vote from in your pajamas from home. So we try to tie the events with ongoing student events. This is a welcome week at our Metro campus. Our president opened the first event. Kyle, who you see on the left there, he was a Democracy Fellow. He live streamed on social media, hosting our president through all the stations. we try to do some fun promotions, put balloons on there, and we always have food because we know students show up for food. So that's been like key to some of our success. And what's nice is we can get up to 90 students, staff, and faculty between the days of events. And this is just some of them from those past years. And they're just building such a good legacy. Our college, everything we do is fully nonpartisan, and the students take a pledge that they don't care how you vote, just that you vote. And that really gets reinforced in these discussions. And the scholars, you know, they gain multiple skills out of this event too. We assign them to a staff member. They plan the whole event at each campus, walk it through, everything from where's the electricity to, you know, how are we going to promote it on the digital media that we have, critical thinking, project planning, and also peer-to-peer, because we really, we have the students intercept students walking by, because if you say, hey, do you want to register to vote? They go, no, or they don't even look up. So we have the students sort of get in their face and say, hey, you want to come register to vote? And that's really worked out well. So year 3, we had COVID. We had to go fully virtual, which was really interesting. And how we put it in motion was we took the voting experience, and each student took a station and created a video for it. And so the voting experience in 2020, we had 7 videos in the playlist. We launched it on YouTube because that gives us the greatest accessibility. A number of students in the Cleveland area aren't fully connected by a long shot. So we needed a really accessible platform, but then we promoted on all the social media channels. The good news was, so we're really happy at 1,300 reach the year before student stops. We reached over 369,000 by the end of the year. And that was through everything that we did, you know, as a group. In 2021, we had a student who was an artist at one of the fellows, and she made sort of little caricatures of all the students, and that became the artwork that marked their efforts throughout the year. And it was so much fun, and just really took it up another level. One of the videos you see here that's called Why I Was Quiet, one of our international students who was a democracy fellow, she talked about being quiet at a polling location. People kept asking her why, and she said she was just in awe of seeing democracy work. So that was a really powerful +1 she brought to the table. In the virtual world, we ask a lot of them, but I think the third point is the most important. It wasn't the fellowship they had hoped for, but it's the fellowship that they got. So if we threw the, lid off the box and see what they could do, just amazing things happened. They learned how to write scripts, to be on camera, video production. That should serve them the rest of their career, but they will learn teamwork and engagement. And I hope that no matter what life hands you, you can do something good with it. Year round, we do promote the vote. We have a faculty champions program, Thank the Students Learn, Students Vote Coalition, Ask Every Student, that helps us share voter information among our faculty through their classes. We probably have about 80 people right now that work with me and the fellows on just a cross-campus coalition to put all this work together, and we're most grateful. And if you'd like to learn more, we have some. You can go to tric.edu at Tri-C Votes. I'm curious, how am I doing on time, Maddie?
You're doing great. We got 4 minutes left. So if there's questions, or if you have questions for the group.
And I thought if I could, I might share one other thing. If it'll work for me, I don't know if it will.
It's your time.
If anyone has a question while I'm keying this in, feel free. No, that's not what I want. Okay, can you see that at the moment?
Nothing is being shared right now. Oh, now it is.
Okay, I was going to play just a real quick little snippet of the voting experience. I thought you guys might like that. If it will let me.
Hello everyone, my name is Edith Cabrera. I am a student and a democracy fellow with Campus Vote Project at Cuyahoga Community College. I am here to share how fun, easy, and convenient it is to research your ballot from home, even if you are in your
And I just wanted to give you a taste of it. One of the neat things Edie did, her +1 was to create our first voting experience video all in Spanish, which gave us a nice outreach. So. And stop share. So thank you for letting me present. I hope you enjoyed it.